All right, court is calling 2024 CR 01093, State versus Samantha Guadarrama. Counsel, in the box. Y'all need to move it down to the other end. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 01093, State versus Samantha Guadarrama. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Yeah.
Defense?
Kayla Dietrich for Samantha Guadarrama.
And are you Samantha Guadarrama?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and TAP evaluation?
Yes.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You entered a plea bargain agreement on January 6th. According to the plea, punishments be assessed at $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $6,292.70 to Mitchell McCain. It's the court's understanding that that amount has been paid. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say?
No, ma'am.
All right. You want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give?
The courtroom is called to order. Calm on the surface, but tension brews underneath. Samantha Guadarrama stands before the judge as the details of her plea bargain are read aloud. A $2,000 fine, over $6,000 in restitution already paid. On paper, it all seems wrapped up, but the judge's demeanor says otherwise. This isn't just about a case, this is about a reckoning. Engagement question. Do you think paying restitution is enough when emotions and damage run this deep?
You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Samantha Guadarrama.
All right. So why are you keying this guy's car?
It was a mistake, and it was...
No, it wasn't a mistake. A mistake is you take somebody's umbrella thinking that it's yours because they're both black umbrellas. Keying somebody's car is not a mistake. So why are you keying the car?
I was being taunted by my ex about our situation, that we were separating, and he was sending me videos and pictures of just other women and in our own, like in our home that we lived together during that time and during that night.
That's not what the police report says. The police report I'm reading says that the victim in 01 returned from a night out and the victim parked his vehicle in the driveway of 01's residence. While at 01's residence, 01 received an alert on his video camera. 01 looked at his video camera and observed his ex-girlfriend in the driveway of his residence. 01 was speaking with D1 through the camera, your D1, and D1 believed that another female was at the location as D1 believed the victim's vehicle, which was parked in the driveway, belonged to a female. Victim in 01 continued watching the video camera and
the moment Samantha takes the oath, the courtroom quiets. Every eye is on her. What seemed like a done deal shifts quickly. The judge isn't just signing off, she's digging in. This is where the emotional stakes rise. Behind the legalities lies a deeper question. What drove Samantha to do this? Summary transition. What begins as routine sentencing is now unraveling into a deeper emotional trial, and it's about to explode. The storm breaks. Samantha tries to justify her actions, jealousy, provocation, heartbreak, but the judge is relentless. That's not what the police report says. Boom! The truth, in ink, smashes into Samantha's defense. What she thought was an emotional mistake is being reframed as a calculated crime. Dramatic call-out. This isn't love. It's destruction disguised as heartbreak. Engagement. Question: if someone emotionally manipulates you, does it ever justify crossing the line like this?
Vehicle in the process. This is what I don't understand. So it says in here that you thought that was a female's vehicle.
Yes.
I don't understand why women think that other women owe them any type of loyalty. Why is the go-to for women when they think somebody's cheating on them? Well, let me attack the female. You shouldn't be attacking anybody, honestly. But I don't know why there's this thing, let's destroy the female's vehicle. Maybe he don't want you anymore, or maybe he wants you and the other female. If that's the case, you have choices to make. Either you're going to stay with him and accept the fact that he's cheating on you, or either you're going to leave him. The choice should never be, let me key his car or key the female's car. It's never going to turn out good. Now, I see that you have a son and a daughter. How would you feel if your son ends up dating someone and they become an ex-girlfriend and they won't let go and they end up keying his car? You lose your mind. So here you are out keying somebody's car who doesn't want you, obviously. No, I mean, that's yes or no. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And so you went to jail?
I did.
And how long were you in jail?
That night,
All right, well, how long did you stay in jail till you paid this off, though?
that day on January, when I was at court for like 3 days, I believe.
All right, so that's 3 days you spent away from your children because you love a man more than your children.
The judge now zeroes in on a deeper cultural question. Why do women attack each other in betrayal instead of confronting the man? Her words sting with truth and challenge gendered behaviors. Samantha's justifications fall apart as the judge drives home the real cost, not just a keyed car, but 3 days in jail, away from her children, for a man who no longer wants her. Summary: the courtroom transforms into a moral crossroads. Samantha's choices are laid bare, and none of them look noble now.
More than your children, you can't do that. Have you had any contact with him?
No, I love him.
All right, so do you have any children with him?
No, I do not.
All right, so you better not contact him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That relationship is over. You don't have any property with him. You don't have any children with him, so there's no need to contact him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you do for a living?
Part-time.
All right. And have you started dating again?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's a good thing. You're going to have to get an orchid. And I tell everybody this who have relationships problems, because orchids teach patience. They have some beautiful orchids out at the HEB. I just saw some when I went there. I'm like, wow, they're so beautiful. They're in bloom. You need to get that orchid. They're inexpensive. I think they have a coupon too, so it's less expensive. Get that orchid and keep that orchid. And it comes with directions. Read up on it, how to care for it. And once those leaves fall off, if you can get that same orchid to bloom again without losing your patience, then you'll be ready for relationships. Because with orchids, you can read those instructions. Like it says, indirect sunlight. You put it in indirect sunlight. Next thing you know, the leaves are burning. Somebody's like 3 ice cubes. Then you learn, nope, it doesn't take 3 ice cubes. So I don't tell people to get orchids to be flippant. It's just that orchids require patience and care. And that's the same thing with relationships. And if somebody is cheating on you, you have 2
Now
choices.
comes the blow that silences the room. The judge pierces the heart of Samantha's logic. You love a man more than your children. Silence. That's not just judgment, it's devastation. It's no longer about legality, but legacy. What are we teaching our kids when we put our pain above their needs? Engagement prompt. What would you say to a friend who risked their kids' well-being for the wrong relationship? Then the unexpected. From brutal honesty to tender wisdom, the judge shifts gears and speaks of orchids. Yes, orchids, a metaphor for patience and growth. She tells Samantha to buy one, care for it, and see if she has what it takes to nurture something fragile back to life. A powerful analogy. If you can't be patient with an orchid, are you ready for a relationship? Summary transition. The courtroom is no longer just a place of punishment. It becomes a space for learning and reflection.
Or either say, all right, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again. But those are your choices. Your choice is not to go and key some car, because then you end up here. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There should be 3 years deferred adjudication, 200 hours of community service restitution, I'm going to require parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right, what do you want? What did you plan to do with the rest of your life? Do you like bartending? Do you
No.
plan on, what do you want to do?
No, I'm a real estate license as well. I just haven't used it.
Okay. And then there's 100, I'm going to require anger management. And once that's completed, the remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months.
With reflection comes accountability. The judge delivers the sentence: deferred adjudication, community service, anger management, and parenting classes. But this isn't just a punishment. It's a test. Can Samantha rise, or will she repeat? The past? The judge is offering a ladder, but it's Samantha who must climb. Engagement. Question: if you were given a second chance like this, would you take it seriously or fall back into old habits? Then a new case, darker still. Elisa Gonzalez stands accused of stealing a car, but it's the neglect of her 2 children that really shakes the room. She's not providing support. She's not involved. The judge delivers no compassion, only consequences. 1 year in state jail, another life off track. The silence in the courtroom speaks volumes. Dramatic call-out. It's not just about the crime. It's about the people left behind while you're out there breaking laws.
No. Hey, you're not supposed to steal a car. Why do you need a class to tell you don't steal?
Crowd that I was hanging out with.
I'm sorry, what?
Crowd that I was hanging out with.
The crowd that you were hanging out with, let me just tell you, if they were here, they would say it's the crowd I'm hanging out with. You're in your 30s. You're not a teenager. So again, that doesn't answer my question. So why do you need a class for somebody to tell you that stealing is wrong? And here you are driving around in a vehicle where the ignition is broken and the steering column is damaged. And you're just riding around in it. And if the police would not have caught you, you'd still be riding around in it. Do you have children? I'm sorry? A son? How old is he?
I have 2 sons.
2 sons. How old are they?
13 and 11.
All right. And you don't take care of either of them. Somebody else does.
My husband, husband.
All right. So you don't take care of any of them. Are you paying child support? If they had to depend on you to survive, they would not survive because you're not paying child support. You're just out here stealing vehicles. All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Taking consideration 2025 CR 000472, there's to be restitution of $800 to Orlando Perez, and I'll order the therapeutic community. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. You need to do better, because right now somebody else is raising your children and you don't have a part in their life whatsoever. And I don't understand why you would need MRT to tell you, I pick up a crime, somebody else is taking care of my children. You understand?
2 cases, 1 courtroom, a shared theme, misplaced priorities. Samantha Guadama got a chance to rebuild through accountability and guidance. Elisa Gonzalez faced the harsher truth, jail time and total loss of parental credibility. The judge balanced stern justice with hard-earned wisdom, showing us that real rehabilitation starts with personal responsibility. The broader takeaway? When emotions rule our actions, the consequences ripple far beyond ourselves. If this courtroom drama struck a chord with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life cases that uncover the truth behind the headlines. Question for the audience: whose story impacted you more? Samantha's emotional Spiral or Elisa's painful neglect? Let us know in the comments.